Yo, welcome to Ed Media. And today, I want to take the limited opportunity I have to talk about the newest season in BFDIE, which is known as BFDIE. This season will not last for long, so I decided I should take the opportunity to make a video on it. Rather than making some mini videos about it, I decided on making this big video combining all my tiny thoughts on it. This won't be the only BFDIE video, as I do have some others planned, but that's for later. For now, I want to state my general thoughts on BFDIE, so let's get started. I will first talk about my gripe with this season. Since I have less negatives about my talk, we will start with my big and only problem with this season. It should not have been called Season 6. For starters, I want to clarify that I'm aware that if a show starts a new season, it has to be named by the season it is in order, so yeah, it has to be called Season 6. But this really doesn't feel like the next season. Like every season of BFDIE is a progression of the world. It feels weird for the 6th season to be one in the first. Not just that, it doesn't even feel like a full season. Like every season of BFDIE has exceeded 20 episodes. This feels more like a mini-season. I don't care about the length of the episodes because it doesn't really matter, but the amount of episodes is probably less than 15. It doesn't feel like the next season of BFDIE, it feels like a mini-season considering the fact that you can't vote and it's weekly. It doesn't feel like an actual season, it just feels like a bonus season. That said, that's why I hate that this is Season 6. My solution to this problem is that it should have been called Season 1.5. Like that just sounds way more fun. If any of you think that sounds strange, they literally made a Lion King movie called 1.5. So this really wouldn't be new. Calling it 1.5 adds more whimsy to it, makes it feel more special and bonusy like the season is. This feels like a one-off season considering the low episode count and the weekly schedule. Calling it Season 1.5 is just way better and makes this season feel more special, because not gonna lie, I was disappointed seeing this was Season 6. So that's pretty much my problem with this season, just the fact that it's called Season 6, when calling it Season 1.5 feels more in spirit of the BFDIE and a more accurate depiction of the season. So in this video, section, we will be going over my reasons for why they made this season. Before we make the discussion, we need to go over the background of BFDIE. So as of now, the BFDIE seasons have been getting intense. BFDIE has been escalating as we approach the end of the season, so every episode has now been getting longer and more climactic as we approach the end of this incredible season. Teapot has been getting more intense and cinematic as the stakes are rising and one has invaded the universe. So things are getting longer there as well. So now episodes of both seasons have been getting longer and more cinematic. Things are getting more ambitious and BFDIE has been at an all-time high. But due to ideas getting bigger and bigger, these episodes take longer and longer to release. Previously, episodes would come out monthly, 1 month would be Teapot and the next would be BFDIE. But with both seasons taking longer to produce, episodes are being spread out in release. Along with that, since these episodes are really cinematic, they've been premiering every episode in theaters. Now, at first I had a problem with this, but after a while I realized this is a great opportunity for them. But with every episode getting a theater release, it does kinda made them feel less special. So with that in mind, it would be cool to have a low-stakes season that retains the spirit of classic BFDIE, along with a more frequent release date. And that's where BFDIE comes in. I believe the reason BFDIE was made was because they needed a solution to this problem. A low-stakes season to create a balance with these ambitious and cinematic season, along with new episodes that aren't released in theaters to make those releases more special. BFDIE needs a casual season right now, and I believe this new season was a great solution. Granted, I don't think it should have been called Season 6, but I'm still grateful for it, so that's the reason why I believe this season was made. BFDIE needed a casual season that was low stakes and didn't have theater releases for every episode. BFDIE created that purpose with more frequent releases and delivers. With this new season discussed, let's get into my opinion. What do I think of BFDIE? Well, I think it's been indicative of how I felt for this season, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, this season is pretty cool. Yeah, not really hurt by this. The only time I didn't have a good opinion on this season was when the first episode premiered. Because they were really hyping this up. They were making whole-ass statements talking about how the 100th episode of BFDIE is finally here, but before that, let's make a livestream of all the episodes. And I mean, the livestream was justified, but literally they were hyping this up as the next big episode. It wouldn't have hurt to just release the episode and then make the livestream, because all that stream did was just hype this episode up. Literally at the end of the livestream, Michael showed up giving a message like, "Oh my gosh, we have finally arrived at the 100th episode, here it is," only for the first episode to pop up. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't mad, but I was just kinda disappointed. First episode wasn't bad, there were definitely some good moments, but it felt like it was trying to get the spirit of the first season but wasn't succeeding at that. First episode was cool, but it just didn't hook me into this season, and I saw it more of a filler thing. And it didn't help to see that they called it the 6th season of the series. None of the characters really caught my attention aside from Sidewalkie, I guess. Yeah, first episode did anything but leave a hopeful, positive, or even good first impression. It wasn't until the second episode where it felt like the season had started finding its footing. I realized, wait, this might be peak. Of course it doesn't meet the peak standards of the current seasons, but that's okay because it wasn't meant to. It's peak in its own way. It's a fun low-stakes season that feels like a successor to the first season. In fact, that's where the season takes place. During Season 1, see why this season should have been named Season 1.5. Regardless, this season is supposed to be a short bonus-like season. The challenges are simple, and the contest goes about simple. However, the character interactions are really the highlight of this season. The way these characters interact with each other. BFDIE excels at how chaotic the challenge can get, Teapot excels at how the challenge helps with character development. BFDIE excels at how the characters interact with each other in the challenge. Just like how Season 1 excelled. And the humor is kinda similar too. Granted, some of them kinda do try too much to be like Season 1 jokes, but some other ones feel spot on. I have been nostalgic towards the first few years of episodes of BFDIE because they have a charm that cannot be replicated. While BFDIE does not at all retain the same charm, it still is a good time nonetheless. This season is supposed to be low stakes, lighthearted, and just a good time. And you know what, I think that's cool, great even. It may not be the best season and honestly might be my least favorite season, but that doesn't make it bad. I love all these seasons, well except post-split, but that's attached to Season 4, and I love pre-split, so yeah. If you want to know my favorite characters, it's Sidewalkie, Ruler, and Rose. Also, the elimination order has been pretty fair, except for Rose, she should have gotten far. But the eliminations have been pretty justified, and these character interactions have been stellar to see. I don't think I hate any of these guys, they're all lovable. So if you want my full thoughts summarized, BFDIE is a cool as hell season that's just meant to be a casual watch and nothing more. It's great at character interactions and I love it. It's cool and that's all it needs to be. So, all in all, BFDIE, while not deserving to be Season 6, is still a good watch nonetheless. Created to retain the casualness of the show, such as frequent uploads, no theater release, and low stakes, this season delivers at being focused on character interactions. It's a great casual watch. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe por favor. Goodbye.